Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing today, Kato?
I'm in there.
In there. In like Flynn. Isn't that what they used to say back in the day?
Yeah, I'm in there like Belvedere, you know.
In there like Belvedere. Okay.
Here, there,
Was there a
everywhere.
show called Mr. Belvedere?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was back in the day, Joe.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I guess we're dating ourselves now, huh?
Hey, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
All right.
Brag about it.
Okay.
All right? Let it be known.
So, we talking about what? Love today? Relationships?
Is we on the relationship? Is that we on another relationship?
The relationship kick.
All right.
Okay.
That one seemed to get a kind of response.
So you know what? One thing, I'm dealing with a friend who is healing from a failed relationship. And I know I did a piece on failed relationships before. Mm-hmm. And there are so many different things you could do to heal, and then so many people don't even heal after failed relationships, as we call the bag lady or the bag guy.
The bag guy.
The bag man.
Exactly.
The garbage man. No. No, we ain't gonna
the
call
bag
it
lady and the garbage man. That's a good one.
That's
like
foul though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what do you do to heal after a failed relationship? Like the relationship is just toast. What do you do? Do you do anything?
What I do specifically, let's see. And I've had a couple of
failed situations.
Yeah. Of course, we all have.
Exactly.
Ever since
a couple. Guys be having a couple. Women be having a dozen.
Yeah. That's a whole
we get back up on that horse and ride again. Yeah. But anyway, so what do you do?
Y'all get back and y'all ride again like a mug.
Yeah. Y'all be gun shy. Oh, hell with women. No, but I'm joking really. But what do you do?
Well, I mean, support what you just said right there. We say I'm done with women. We don't say I'm done with women, but we a little more guarded from that point on. You know what I'm saying?
The heart. And look where your hands are. Guarding your heart.
Yeah. We have
That's
guarded
what y'all
that,
do.
though.
Armor.
Not this. You caught. I got caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get caught off guard again. But during the healing process, I guess the best thing I can say that comes with that an experience for me is just time.
Time.
I mean,
how much time?
It all depends on how much you gave. See, because what you're healing from is what you may feel like a betrayal that has happened because of how much you gave.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you're healing from the whole, probably, it's a few things. You're probably from the embarrassment of the vulnerability that you gave up of yourself.
Okay.
That you may feel was taken advantage of, or whatever the situation was. So that's part of it. I think another part is, that's actually, in all honesty, that's the main part. So you're kind of healing, to me, you're kind of healing over that. Man, because you go through the phases. You go through the probably hurt phase. If it was real deal, you go through the hurt phase. You go through the angry phase.
Right.
You go through the self, what's the word? You gotta help me with that. I don't have my thesaurus. The self-pity.
The pity part.
Yeah, you go through that stage of, you know what I'm saying? And then as time, and that's why I say as time goes and whatever goes on around you, you kind of pick back up. And you just, you just you work on getting your mojo back on. You know what I'm saying?
So how long, after, just think about one relationship that you had that failed. How long afterwards, how long did it take you to get back up on the horse and go out there again?
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, any other failed relationship that wasn't a main one to me didn't matter. I could jump right back on the horse because I didn't give that much, because like I said, I was at stages of not giving that much away anyway from the jump street. So I don't feel as vulnerable as before because I never that's what men, I think men do. They never let themselves get that deep again. But I think we smart enough to know when is the right time to get that deep. But a woman, all you gotta do is one little thing, and we know, boom. It's like
boom what?
It's just like a point system. You start off with 100 points, right?
Okay.
You start off with 100 points, and then every little thing subtracts a point. You know what I'm saying? It starts off with 100, and as relationship begin, it can be the littlest things. But that's 2 points down to 98, and it can get you know what I'm saying? It can get there next. You know, you down to 70 something to 60 something, and it can be the littlest thing. But because you're so guarded, I think naturally that happens. That point system, whether you want it to. This is my opinion. Once again, whether you want that.
The male perspective.
I can only speak for this male.
Exactly.
Right. I have no clue what the other male does, because other males do things I wouldn't do.
So that's a question.
Right.
Do guys talk to each other when they're going through their failure? You don't.
Hell no, I don't.
Okay.
That's
Well, that's something I want to know. Guys, do y'all talk to other guys, if y'all don't mind being open? But do you all talk to other guys when you are going through your process? Or do you talk to other women about what you're going through as you're dealing with a failed relationship?
I may talk to other women more so than guys.
Okay, but you do talk to somebody. That's important.
Yeah, no, I might.
To me.
I might.
That's fair.
But it all depends again how deep it was.
Okay.
Because yes, it's definitely easier talking to a woman regarding that kind of stuff for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With dudes, if a guy, first of all, I don't talk to dudes about nothing relationship wise.
Okay, so that was the wrong question.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't get my business to dudes.
Okay,
You know?
I understand that.
Me personally, I got trust issues, and I don't trust chicks, and I trust dudes even less. Why you make that?
You don't trust chicks.
Well, I said before, if something can happen, there's a possibility if something can happen, then there's a possibility that anything can happen. So that's what I mean by that.
I'll let you
get me
slide
wrong.
with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll talk to a woman more so, and I may not talk to her much about it unless we're pretty close to have those kind of, for her to know my business like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
We do. Yeah, we do. I think,
We talk about stuff. Personal stuff.
Well, yeah, we talk about personal stuff. Yeah. But I don't get too deep with that with you either. I mean, not that deep, not on that whole level.
Deep level.
And I don't expect the same with you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying the kid. I don't know.
But
I'm babbling.
I'll spill it.
Yeah.
You've been on the phone with me before.
I mean, you
boom,
cried and
boom,
all.
cried.
Yeah. But that's what y'all do to each other with each other as well.
Exactly.
And
you like my brother, so that's why you get it.
Yeah. And I understand it, and I know just to be quiet during it and let it happen.
And you're a very good listener.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you.
But
so that's Kato's perspective, right?
Yeah,
that's
so
how you feel.
with the time, that's what it was.
Time for you.
Yeah, the time for me, it just all depends on how deep I was with the person. And of course, and not to get too personal, but of course I've been married, so when you're in a marriage situation, you definitely go through a period because everything that you were going for doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
The whole world, the whole plan, the whole future, the whole thing
has shifted.
It's shifted, so you go through that phase. That's why I say it's different than just a regular old relationship.
That's true.
So it depends on how deep you were with that person.
Right. I know for me, the way I heal now is probably different than the way I healed when I was younger. But
of course,
talking it out has always been part of my process. Talking it out and writing it out. Journaling, getting how I feel down on paper. Because sometimes when the relationship ends, I didn't always have the luxury to communicate with the guy about how I felt, because sometimes it's just over and they not hearing nothing you have to say, or even if they do hear you, they're not listening because they haven't learned that quality yet. So then I would write in my journal, kind of like writing my conversations to God. And I would write down how I feel and just release on paper. And, sometimes I would release those feelings, those thoughts on paper, the pity party on paper. I remember journal entries that look a hot mess because I was so mad. I was writing so hard with my pen. I'm digging in the paper and stuff and writing big and just angry. But I'm getting it all out on paper. And that writing is healing for me. I learned that along the way, I destroy some of those writings. I burn them and release them. Yeah, instead of keeping them. Because I would always think, I don't want
to go back and read it.
Yeah!
I don't want to read this.
Yeah! I don't want to be there anymore.
I've kept journals. I've got a couple that I look at, journals that I used to write back when I was maybe like 10 years ago. Or even more. I think now maybe a good 14, 13 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I look back and I see, I said, dang, I still got this book. And then I may open I said, man, I ain't trying to read all this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to think about
exactly
when all this was going on. So
you know what? But journaling, I know we changed subjects a little bit, but just with relationships and journaling, for me, journaling helped me to understand where I was because I had an ex-boyfriend actually broke into some of my journals because I had locked journals. I had journals put away, and when he was alone at my place for a weekend,
oh my God,
I came back and we went out to dinner and he was reciting stuff from my journal to me. It was funny, and I was like, "Ooh, that journal hurt his feelings." That's what he got. That's what you got for reading that ducker. But
you look for something, you gonna find it most likely.
Exactly. So, and that's one thing. I'm not a snoop. I don't go snooping through somebody's stuff. Because then, how do you save face when you want to talk about it? Yeah, I rummage through your things, and I ain't got time for all that. But one thing that I learned from my journals, because when he broke into the journals, I decided to look back, and what I saw was that it wasn't that I kept attracting the same kind of men. It was that I was the same person in all these relationships, and I settled for poor behavior from the men that I dated. And so that's what I recognize as I look back at the experiences that I had. I was like, wow, it wasn't that the guys were bad. I was like a sucker, and I settled. Like if a guy don't show up for a date, deuces to your ass. Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he would get another chance, and I was like, well, 3 strikes and you out. Nigga, fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what you say it that way. I look at it as the point system. It'd be little things. Wait a minute. So
but you shouldn't get to come back. You stand me up for a date.
There's no coming back.
If you don't show up for your job, you got a little ring-ding job, you don't show up, you toast.
Yeah, I'm already being
do that to me.
Yeah, that's
right. But that's what I would allow. That's the foolishness I would allow because of my low self-worth. My neediness to be up in a relationship.
But
because some guys do the same thing.
Yeah. But because you want to give in the beginning, I guess, I'm assuming, a person the benefit of the doubt.
Right. And one of my girlfriends told me, she said, you know what, Rorree, my grandmother told me that, and she's a friend of both of ours, and she said, pay attention to how the relationship is, especially in the first 3 months. Because if they can't show up right during that time, deuces. Get them out of there. Yeah. Because if you can't at least have a good face on for the first 3 months, then get out of here. And I was like, you know what? You are so right. And I remember this. She told me this when I was young. And I remember that to this day. So, and I'll never forget that. But anyway, we're going on and on and on.
But no, but you're talking about what I'm talking about, the whole point system. You're really talking about that. Mm-hmm. You're really talking about how everybody starts off with at 100. But immediately they can lose points.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that's how seriously you take it, That's how I deal with it. So, once again, to make long story short, or longer, shorter, with me, it all depends on, the time I take it all depends on how deep the relationship was,
Right.
When you go on out and you're seeing this person with the new person, and you like, do that bother you?
Feel?
Yeah,
right.
how does that bother you? And they hitting what you used to hit, little stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, that plays a lot into it. For guys,
right?
I'm sure women too.
Right, that's true.
The first thing the guy be like. You remember that movie? The movie, The Best Man, the first one.
Oh my God!
When he was getting married, but he kept picturing he trying to get married, but his mind kept.
That's hot mess.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That'll crush a dude. Dudes.
I know. How do you do that?
Yeah. So. Anyway,
that's special.
Anyway, that's me with that one. So.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Alright, cool.
So.
So as we were, don't forget to visit totallyrory.com for all your nuggets and stuff like that, and KatoHammond.com.
And see us on YouTube. We're of course we're on YouTube. We have channels.
Definitely, the channels on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just start putting that in the description, at the end and all that kind of stuff. Cause it's some good stuff.
All right. Enjoy your day.
Peace.
Peace.